my fiancé suggested, "You should try dating my sister. You're both so boring together." I said, "Interesting idea." Then I called her sister and told her what was said. 1 month later, when we both announced our relationship to her family at brunch, I, 32 male, was loading the dishwasher at my future in-laws' house when my fiancé, 29, casually nuked our entire relationship. Sunday dinner had been normal, pot roast, small talk. Her dad complaining about his golf game. Her younger sister had just left to head back to her place. My fiancé and I were doing cleanup duty in the kitchen. She was scraping plates. I was rinsing. Then, out of nowhere, "You know what would be hilarious?" "What?" "You should totally date my sister instead." I turned off the water. "What?" She laughed like she just made the funniest observation ever. "No, seriously, you guys would be perfect together. You're both so boring. She reads those depressing literary novels. You watch 3-hour documentaries about wars nobody remembers. She meal preps on Sundays. You have a spreadsheet for everything. You both drink black coffee. It's kind of weird you're with me and not her when you think about it. I just stood there holding a wet plate, like I need someone with actual energy, someone spontaneous. But you two match made in heaven. Both probably asleep by 9:30 on a Saturday night. Are you breaking up with me right now?" "What? God, no. Why do you have to make everything so serious? I'm just saying, objectively speaking, you and my sister make way more sense personality-wise. It's funny if you actually think about it. Funny, right? We'd been together 4 years, engaged for 8 months, wedding venue booked, invitations ordered, deposits paid on a photographer who charged $4,500 for 8 hours of coverage. And she just casually suggested I'd be a better match for her sister because we were both boring. "That's an interesting way to see it," I said carefully. "Right, don't be weird about it. I'm just being honest. Honesty is important in a relationship." We drove home in silence. She scrolled Instagram the entire 20 minutes. Didn't even notice I hadn't said a word. That night, I lay in bed next to her, staring at the ceiling. She was already asleep or pretending to be. I picked up my phone and texted her sister. "Hey, any chance we could grab coffee this week? Want to run something by you?" She replied pretty fast, her sure. "Is everything okay? Yeah, just want to talk." Thursday afternoon work, 2 p.m. at the place on Morrison. Me, perfect. Thursday came. Her sister showed up exactly on time. She's one of those people who's never late. Ordered black coffee, no sugar. Sat across from me looking a little worried. "So, what's going on?" "Your text seemed kind of serious." I pulled out my phone and opened my notes app. I had written down exactly what my fiancé said, word for word. Read it to her. Watched her face go from concerned to confused to absolutely horrified. She said, "What? That we should date? That you and I are both boring." "So, it makes more sense." "Oh my God." She put her coffee down. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's such a horrible thing to say." "Yeah. How are you feeling about this?" And that hit me. In 4 years, my fiancé had never asked how I felt after saying something mean. She'd just laugh and tell me to lighten up. "Honestly, I'm not sure yet, but I wanted you to know because she involved you, and that felt wrong to keep from you." We talked for over 2 hours. She told me about growing up as the serious sister while my fiancé was the fun one. How every achievement she had got diminished. How she'd been called boring her whole life. "The really messed up part," she said, playing with her coffee cup. "I actually enjoy talking to you at family dinners. You're the only person who actually listens instead of just waiting to talk. I've noticed that too. She's my sister and I love her, but she trailed off. I'm really sorry she said that to you. You deserve better." We left it at that, but something shifted over the next few weeks. My fiancé started coming home later and later. Girls' nights 3, 4 times a week. Started smelling like cologne that definitely wasn't mine. I didn't ask, didn't really care anymore. Her sister and I started texting. Nothing weird, just book recommendations, funny observations, work complaints, easy conversation that didn't feel forced. Then one day, she texted, "Want to grab dinner?" Actual dinner, not family dinner, where my dad monopolizes every conversation. I said, "Yes, small Italian place." We talked for hours. Realized we both wanted to travel, but in a low-key way. Museums and historical sites, not Instagram photo ops. We both valued quiet evenings at home. We both thought the wedding industry was completely insane. "Can I ask you something?" she said over dessert. "Go for it." "Are you actually going through with the wedding?" I set my fork down. Every time I picture standing at that altar, I feel nothing. That's not normal, right? "No, that's really not normal." She didn't grab my hand or do anything dramatic, just looked at me with this understanding that my fiancé had never shown. "Whatever you decide, I'm here as a friend. No expectations." That night, I came home, and my fiancé was already in bed. I stood in the doorway and felt absolutely empty. Her sister and I kept seeing each other, coffee twice a week, lunch, one time just walking around a bookstore for 3 hours. It felt natural, like breathing. Then, one afternoon, my phone buzzed. Her sister, "I think I'm catching feelings for you. Tell me that's crazy." I stared at my screen for way too long. Finally, typed back, "Me not crazy. I feel it too. What do we do?" "Me? I need to end things with your sister first. The right way. Or I know. I just needed you to know. I'm glad you told me. Waited until a Saturday morning when we were both home. Made coffee. Sat down at our kitchen table. We need to talk." She barely glanced up from her phone about, "I'm calling off the wedding." Now I had her attention. "What? I can't marry you. I don't want to." She actually laughed. "Is this about the whole sister thing?" "Babe, I was kidding. You weren't kidding. And even if you were, it showed me exactly how you see me. As boring as someone you settled for. Oh my God, you're so sensitive." It was a random comment. "You told me I'd be better suited for someone else 3 months before our wedding." She stood up. "So, you're throwing away 4 years because your feelings got hurt?" "I'm leaving because I don't love you anymore." "Maybe I haven't for a while." Her expression changed, got calculating. "You're seeing someone." "I'm not cheating on you, but there's someone else." Her eyes narrowed. "Holy crap. My sister, are you kidding me right now? Your sister told me how you've treated her for years, how you make her feel small. And honestly, after watching how you treat people, I'm done. You absolute piece of garbage." She threw her coffee mug. It shattered against the wall behind my head. "You're going after my own sister. I'm ending this because we don't work. What happens after isn't your concern. The hell it isn't. I'll ruin you. I'll tell everyone you cheated. Tell them whatever you want. I'm moving out today. I'd already packed most of my stuff the night before while she was out. Took about 20 minutes to load my car. She screamed the whole time. Pretty sure the neighbors heard everything. Called her sister for my car. It's done. Are you okay? Not really. Can I see you? Come over. Update. Moved into a month-to-month sublet while I figured things out. Her sister and I started seeing each other, but we kept it low-key. Nothing physical yet. We were too aware of how it looked. My ex went ballistic immediately. First move, called my parents. Told them I'd abandoned her for her sister, that I'd been having an affair, that she was devastated. My mom called crying. "How could you do this to that poor girl, Mom?" She literally told me to date her sister because we're both boring and she was already cheating. She said, "You made that up." She said, "You're trying to justify what you did." I have her sister confirming the conversation. I'm not arguing about this. My dad got on the phone, gave me the whole speech about cold feet being normal, about not throwing away a good thing. Didn't matter what I said, they believed her version. Then came the vendor nightmare. My ex told the wedding venue we were working through things and kept the date active. Told the caterer the same lie. I had to call each vendor individually. The venue was brutal. $8,000 deposit. Completely non-refundable because my ex insisted the wedding was still happening. Had to get a lawyer involved just to prove I'd actually ended the engagement. Cost me $850 in legal fees. Finally got a partial refund, about $3,200 back. Still lost almost $5,000. Photographer was understanding. Refunded everything except the $500 deposit. Florist was cool. Caterer kept half their deposit. Another $800 gone. Running total of what this breakup cost me, over $11,000 so far. My ex's parents called next. Her dad threatened to sue me for breach of promise or some garbage. Her mom sobbed about how she'd already bought her mother of the bride dress. Your daughter's boyfriend decided to screw her sister. My ex had told them, apparently. Her sister tried explaining what actually happened. They didn't want to hear it. "You're betraying your own sister," her mom said. "After everything she's done for you, everything she's done to me," her sister corrected. "She spent my whole life making me feel less than, and you've let her." Her mom hung up, but the real entitlement came next. My ex kept the key to our apartment. The lease was in both our names for 3 more months. I'd moved out to the sublet, but she was still there. Got a call from our landlord. "Your fiancée says you need to keep paying your half of rent since your name's on the lease. She's living in the full apartment by herself, right?" "Yes." "Then she can pay full rent or find a roommate. I'm not paying for a place I don't live in. The lease says we're both responsible. I'm happy to pay my half if we both move out and break it early. But if she's using the whole space, she pays the whole amount." He wasn't thrilled, but I was legally right. My ex sent me about 30 texts about how she couldn't afford it, how I was making her homeless. How could I be so cruel? Didn't respond to a single one. Then she started showing up at my sublet. First time was around midnight. Buzzed the intercom over and over, screaming about how I ruined her life. My temporary landlord left me a note. "Control your personal life or find another place." Filed a police report. The cop who took it looked bored out of his mind. "Sounds like a domestic situation, sir. Have you tried talking to her?" She threw a coffee mug at my head. He wrote it down slowly. "If she shows up again, call 911. Here's your case number." That was it. Super helpful. She tried getting into my office building next. Told security I'd stolen from her. They called me down to verify my identity, showed them my ID, explained she was an ex making false accusations. They banned her from the property. Then came the mutual friends' blitz. My phone exploded with messages from people we knew, mostly her friends originally. "She's devastated. This is really messed up what you're doing." Her own sister. That's next level wrong. I sent one detailed response to someone I thought might be reasonable. Explained the boring comment. Showed proof she'd been cheating. Clarified her sister and I didn't get together until after the breakup. They read it and went silent. Didn't defend me, but stopped attacking. Everyone else got blocked. Her sister had it worse. Her mom called multiple times a day. Guilt trips, crying, the whole performance. "She's your sister. You're supposed to support her." I've supported her my whole life while she's put me down. Her sister said, "I'm done. You're choosing some man over your own blood." I'm choosing myself for once. Her mom threatened to cut her off financially. Her sister pointed out she hadn't taken money from them since graduating college. The night before, we planned to tell her family at their monthly brunch. My ex sent a text from a random number I hadn't blocked yet. Tomorrow, when you show up with her, everyone will see what you really are. Hope you're ready. I screenshot it, sent it to her sister. She's going to make a huge scene. Still want to do this? Yeah, I'm tired of hiding. Update 2. The brunch was at her parents' house. Big suburban place. Family photos everywhere. Smells like vanilla candles. Her sister and I showed up together, held hands walking to the door. Her dad answered, looked at our hands. What's going on? Can we come in? Her sister asked. He moved aside. We walked into the dining room. Her mom was setting the table. My ex was already there wearing this white dress. Sympathy outfit, obviously. Her mom saw us holding hands, literally dropped a plate. What is he doing here? We're dating, her sister said, clear, direct. We wanted to tell you in person. Silence for maybe 5 seconds. Then my ex started laughing. Manic, high-pitched. Oh, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Her mom looked between us. You cannot be serious right now. We're serious, I said. Her dad stepped forward. You need to leave right now. Dad? Her sister started. No, you don't get to talk. You betrayed your sister, your own family. For what? For him. My ex was still laughing. See, I told you. I told everyone he was cheating with her, but nobody believed me. I never cheated, I said calmly. I ended our relationship first. Oh, please. Semantics. You were emotionally cheating, planning this whole thing. You told me to date her. Your exact words were that we're both boring and make more sense together. Her mom gasped, looked at my ex. You said that to him? It was a joke. I was there, her sister said quietly. I heard it. You said they were boring and should be together. Whose side are you even on? My ex shrieked. I'm on the side of the truth. My ex turned to her parents, tears flowing. They've been ganging up on me this whole time, making me look crazy. He probably convinced her to do this to get revenge. Revenge for what exactly? I asked. Were you telling me to date your sister? For cheating on me? For throwing a mug at my head when I ended things? Her dad's expression shifted. She threw something at you. Shattered against the wall. Want to see the photos I took? My ex jumped in fast. Because he was cruel, he provoked me. I told you our engagement was over. That's not provocation. Her mom sat down hard in one of the dining chairs. This is insane. You know what's actually insane? Her sister said, and years of hurt poured into her voice. She spent my entire life treating me like I'm worth less than her. Making fun of everything I like, calling me boring, making me feel small, and you've allowed it every single time. That's just what sisters do, her mom said weakly. No, that's what bullies do. My ex scoffed. Oh my God, you're so dramatic. I've always been nice to you. You told your fiancé he should date me because we're both boring. How is that nice? It was a compliment. I was saying you're both stable and reliable. You said boring. Own your words. Silence fell over the room. Her dad spoke up. Even if that happened, this, he gestured at us, is still wrong. You don't date your sister's ex. Why not? Her sister challenged. She made it pretty clear she didn't want him. Because there are rules, because you're family. Rules that protect her no matter what she does wrong. Her sister shot back. My ex pulled out her last play, turned to me with big watery eyes. We can fix this, just you and me. Let's talk outside, please. No, we were together 4 years. That has to count for something. It did, past tense. She spun to her sister. How can you even do this to me? I'm your sister, and you've treated me like an afterthought my entire life. That's not true. You copied my college application essay word for word and turned it in as yours. I had to rewrite mine in 2 days because the admissions office flagged it. Her mom's face changed. What? You borrowed my car and brought it back with a dent and an empty tank. Never mentioned it, I forgot. You told my high school boyfriend I was boring in bed. We hadn't even slept together. The floodgates opened. Her sister had been storing this for years. You made my graduation about how your job interview went badly that same day. You cried at my promotion dinner because you'd been passed over. You told everyone my apartment was in a sketchy neighborhood when I bought it. Nothing I do is ever enough unless it makes you look better by comparison. Her parents sat there silent. And now I found someone who actually values me, who thinks my interests are interesting, who doesn't make me feel like I need to be smaller, so someone else can feel bigger. And you want me to give that up because what? Because you saw him first. He was mine, my ex yelled. I'm not property, I said, and you didn't want me. You just don't want her to have me. Her dad stood up. I think you both should leave now. Fine, her sister said. She looked at her parents. When you're ready to have an actual conversation instead of just protecting her feelings, call me. But I'm not apologizing for choosing myself for once. We walked out. My ex screamed something about karma. Her mom was crying. Her dad looked exhausted and old. In the car, her sister's hands were shaking. That was awful. Yeah, but I'm glad we did it. Me too. She leaned her head against the window. They're never going to forgive me. Maybe not, but you're finally free. Final update. The aftermath was nuclear. My ex created a private Instagram and added everyone we mutually knew. Posted cryptic stories about betrayal from people you trust most and snakes in the grass. Her friends ate it up. She tried getting her dad to call my boss and complain about me. He refused, first crack in her support system. Her mom kept calling her sister 10, 15 times a day, begging her to see reason and think about family. Her sister blocked her number after 2 weeks of it. The wedding venue came after both of us with threats of a lawsuit for the remaining balance. My ex had told them the wedding was still on, just with a different groom. When they found out that was a lie, they wanted blood. Had to hire an actual lawyer. Cost another $2,300. We settled, but between legal fees and lost deposits, my final total was around $1,600, worth every penny. My ex started a full whisper campaign with our mutual friends. He traded up for the hotter sister. They were definitely together before the breakup. He's a cheater and she's a homewrecker. Some people believed it. Lost probably 20 friends total. The ones who actually mattered asked for my side, saw the proof, stuck around. Her parents completely cut her sister off, stopped inviting her to anything. Her mom sent a text. Until you end this disrespectful relationship, you're not welcome in this house. Her sister replied, Okay, that shocked them. They'd expected her to cave like she always did. She didn't. Then her dad called a few weeks later. Your mother is devastated. I'm sure she is, her sister said flatly. This isn't you. You're the reasonable one, the mature one. That's the whole problem, Dad. I've always been the reasonable one. The one who bends, the one who makes everyone else comfortable. I'm done. She's your sister, and she's been cruel to me for 20+ years. You've watched it happen. You've always known. You just chose not to care because managing her tantrums is easier than holding her accountable. Long silence. Maybe we haven't been fair to you. Tiny progress, but progress. Meanwhile, my ex's life started falling apart on its own. The guy she'd been cheating with during our engagement ghosted her completely when he found out about all the drama. Didn't want the baggage. She'd been posting passive-aggressive Instagram quotes, and someone from her office reported it to HR for creating a hostile environment. Got written up. Couldn't afford the apartment solo. Had to move back in with her parents. They weren't exactly thrilled. Living with them meant daily questions about how she let such a good man go. Her dad's words, according to mutual friends, she complained about it constantly. Her relationship with her parents deteriorated fast. They started seeing patterns they'd ignored before. How she blamed everyone but herself. How she exaggerated everything for sympathy. How she expected the world to cater to her feelings while dismissing everyone else's. Not overnight, but slowly they pulled back the unconditional support. Her sister and I moved in together, got a quiet place with a good balcony, and enough shelves for all our books. No drama, no games, just two boring people building something real. Her parents invited us to a holiday dinner recently. Her sister said she'd think about it. My ex apparently won't be there. She's going on some healing retreat with friends. I won't pretend everything's perfect. Trust issues are real. Sometimes I wonder if I'm actually interesting enough. If she'll wake up and realize her sister was right about me being boring, but then she'll look up from her book and smile. And I remember someone else's opinion of me isn't my reality. My ex sent one last text from another new number. Hope you're happy with the discount version of me. Blocked it. Didn't respond. Because here's the thing. I am happy. Actually, genuinely, quietly happy. And honestly, that's the best possible outcome.